Did you know Japan has over 90,000 people living past 100? That's more centenarians per capita than any other country on Earth. And yet, when you compare that to the United States, where billions are spent every year on gym memberships, supplements, and trendy fitness apps, chronic disease, joint pain, and cognitive decline still strike most Americans hard after 50. So, what exactly are the Japanese doing differently? It's not just sushi. It's not green tea. And it's not genetics. When researchers from Harvard Medical School and Stanford studied Japan's oldest citizens, some well into their hundreds, still sharp, mobile, and fully independent, they discovered something unexpected. It wasn't what they ate, and it wasn't how they exercised. The secret was hiding inside 6 simple daily movements, so subtle that Western doctors once dismissed them as too basic to matter. Until brain scans, balance tests, and joint imaging showed a very different story. And here's the part that stunned researchers. One of these movements, practiced for just 2 minutes a day, was linked to a 7-year increase in lifespan. So if you're over 50 and starting to feel stiffness in your knees, slower reflexes, or a bit of brain fog sneaking in, stay with me. You're about to discover 6 ancient movement habits that can help you age like the Japanese, with clarity, balance, and strength, without pills, without gym gear, and without breaking a sweat. Before we begin, feel free to share your name and where you're watching from. I'd love to hear your story. Let's start with the first movement, Sampo, the art of slow walking. Forget everything you know about walking for exercise. This is not a power walk. This is mindful, deliberate walking, at half your normal pace, paired with a breathable rhythm. Inhale for 2 steps, hold for 2 steps, exhale for 4. It sounds simple, almost too simple, but this combination synchronizes the cardiovascular and nervous systems, boosts mental clarity, reduces blood pressure, and awakens deep stabilizing muscles that support your balance. A decade-long study from Kyoto University found that seniors who practiced Sampo daily had 62% less arterial stiffness, and moved with the grace of people 20 years younger. Slow walking forces your feet to fully engage with the ground. Each step rolls from heel to arch to toe, activating all 33 joints in each foot and sending powerful signals to the brain that retrain your balance system, especially the parts that deteriorate with age. You won't sweat. But after a few weeks, most people report feeling calmer, more grounded, and physically more stable. Next is Radio Taiso, the 3-minute morning ritual that literally moves an entire nation. Every morning at exactly 6:30, a soft piano melody plays on national radio across Japan. It signals millions of people, office workers, school children, and elders, to begin 13 gentle stretches created in 1928 and still practiced today. Radio Taiso isn't a workout. There's no planking, no sweating, no pushing. Just rhythmic motion, arm circles, torso bends, side stretches, and knee lifts, done with a lightness that feels almost like Tai Chi. In a study of over 8,000 seniors, those who practiced Radio Taiso daily had 40% fewer falls, over 50% less chronic back pain, and significantly better range of motion in their hips and shoulders, even into their 80s. Why does it work so well? Because these gentle patterns lubricate the joints by stimulating synovial fluid, the body's natural joint oil. Without it, stiffness settles in fast after 50. And the best part? It's only 3 minutes long. You can do it barefoot in your kitchen or in your pajamas, right after waking up when your body is most receptive to movement. Next is the deep squat rest, the lost human posture. Walk through a park in Tokyo and you'll often see older men and women, some in their 70s or 80s, resting comfortably in a deep squat. Heels flat. Back straight. Reading, chatting, trimming bonsai. Now try that posture yourself. Most Western adults over 50 can't hold it for more than 10 seconds. Not because they're weak, but because they've lost a posture the human body was designed for, replaced by decades of chairs. A 12-year study of over 5,000 seniors found that those who could hold a deep squat for at least 2 minutes had a 70% lower chance of needing assisted living later in life. Their hips stayed mobile. Their knees stayed strong. Their independence stayed intact. Biomechanically, a deep squat opens the hips through their full range of motion, strengthens the pelvic floor, decompresses the spine, keeps the ankles flexible, and nourishes every joint with fresh fluid. This isn't just a stretch. It's your body remembering its natural resting position, one that restores alignment from the ground up. Now we move into one of the most powerful Japanese longevity habits, single leg standing. A 15-year study from Fukuoka University following 12,000 older adults found that those who practiced this movement daily had dramatically fewer hip fractures, far fewer fall-related hospitalizations, and significantly higher gray matter volume in brain regions responsible for balance. Standing on one leg forces your body to make hundreds of micro-adjustments every minute. Your ankles, hips, core, and inner ear balance system all activate at once. And your brain lights up. Mayo Clinic researchers now say that your ability to stand on one leg is a stronger predictor of lifespan than cholesterol or blood pressure. Start near a wall or a countertop. Lift one foot just a few inches off the ground. Hold 20 or 30 seconds. Switch legs. As you improve, add head turns or close your eyes to challenge your neuroplasticity even more. Next is the Japanese daily longevity test, floor-sitting transitions, going from standing to the floor and back up, with as little support as possible. In Japan, sitting on the floor is everyday life. Which means getting up and down from the ground dozens of times a day. But here's what Westerners don't realize. This humble movement may be the single strongest indicator of how well you're aging. A massive study of 10,000 older adults found that those who could sit down and rise without using their hands had better strength, better flexibility, better cognitive function, and a lower mortality rate in the following 6 years. This movement challenges your coordination, your spatial awareness, your core, and your motor planning. It is both physical and neurological. Even 2 or 3 transitions a day can build remarkable strength over time. Start with support. Use cushions. Go slowly. Independence is built one repetition at a time. Finally, we arrive at the movement credited by many Japanese centenarians as their #1 secret, the towel twist, a 2-minute ritual that activates stabilizer muscles and rewires the brain. Hold a towel at shoulder height. Pull outward gently. Twist your torso to one side while keeping your hips facing forward. Return to center. Twist to the other side. Repeat. That gentle outward tension awakens muscles that rarely fire in typical workouts, the deep stabilizers that protect your spine, improve coordination, and enhance reaction time. Brain scans show that the towel twist activates both hemispheres simultaneously, boosting memory, balance, and cognitive function. And the statistics are astonishing. In a 20-year study of 15,000 Japanese elders, those who practiced this daily lived 7 years longer on average, had stronger grip strength into their 90s, and maintained bone density nearly 20 years younger than their peers. 2 minutes. No gym. No noise. Just you and a towel, and a ritual that could change everything. Before we finish, let's talk about safety. Start where you are. If you have joint pain, poor balance, or past injuries, you're not behind, you're simply beginning, and that matters. Use a wall or countertop for support. Start with standing movements like Sampo and the towel twist. For deeper movements like squats or floor transitions, use cushions or a chair until your body adapts. Most importantly, listen to your body. Pain isn't progress. Movement should feel supportive, not punishing. Aging well is not about fighting your body. It's about moving with it intelligently, every day. You don't need to move to Japan to age like the Japanese. You just need to move with purpose. These 6 movements take less than 15 minutes. They don't require equipment. They don't require willpower. They require a shift in mindset, from resisting age, to embracing it with awareness and intention. The Japanese elders don't practice these rituals to live forever. They practice them to live well. Clear-headed. Strong. Balanced. Independent. Start with one movement. 1 minute. One choice. And let that single decision ripple into years of better mobility, better balance, better brain health, and deeper vitality. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which movement resonated with you the most? Have you tried any of them before, or are you planning to start today? Share your thoughts, and welcome to a stronger, more intentional way of aging.